As it is impossible for fire to give up its nature of being hot, it is also impossible for God to give up his nature of being merciful, kind, and loving toward the world. I know for many people this is a very revolutionary and incorrect statement, or apparently so. Many people who have a limited knowledge of spiritual philosophy and spiritual understanding often ask the question, well, if God is so merciful, why are all the people here, so many people on earth, suffering from war, famine, pestilence, disease, car accidents, you name it? Well, this is not the spiritual world, my friends. This is the material world. This is where you go when you want to act on your own, independently from God. You come down here to the material world where you can flex your ego and use your own free will to do whatever it is you choose to do. You can be your own person. You can be the center of your own orbit. You can be numero uno. That's what the material world is for. Those souls, and there are many, many more in the spiritual world than here, who live in the spiritual world, are all devotees of God, servants of God, surrendered to God, or have a loving relationship with God. That is the criterion for living in the spiritual world, where there is no birth, no death, no disease, no old age, no suffering. But we don't live there. We live here. So why do people suffer here? That is their own doing. That is a result of their karma. Karma, as you all know, means you reap what you sow. And until you understand and or appreciate or accept the concept of reincarnation, this will never make sense to you. You will not be able to wrap your mind around it. It only works when you understand the concept of reincarnation. So you take birth lifetime after lifetime after lifetime to fulfill your desires here in the material world, material desires, and also to experience your karma. Good karma, bad karma, neutral karma. We all experience it. So if you see people suffering, particularly children, or people that you see as innocents, and there's many of them, I agree, apparently, that are suffering for no reason that we can put our finger on, what you do not know is what these souls have done in a past life to receive or to generate or to attract such karma in this lifetime. That is what you do not know. Even they, those souls, do not know that. Oftentimes, you're suffering and you don't know why. You know this is true. And most of us cannot remember our past lives. This has nothing to do with God. Your suffering here in the material world, that's not God's choice. That is yours. When you get off the wheel of samsara, repeated birth and death, and return to the spiritual world, all of that stops. But it's up to you, because God, being ever merciful and kind, lets you decide. He gives you free will with which to make your decisions. Now that is real love.